All right, I consider myself a Porsche guy. I've got a 911, a 356, and a 944. So I can't believe that it's taken me this long to figure out the model naming convention that Porsche uses across the 911 and the Boxster Cayman model lines. But once I saw it, it was so obvious I can't believe I didn't see it before. Now, I'm not going to go into the idiotic, non-sequential numbering scheme that Porsche uses for the generations of 911. I still honestly don't understand that. But let's assume that you're somewhat familiar with either the Boxster models or the 911 models. And if you know one of them, then you actually know them both. Let me explain. In my case, I'm most familiar with the 911 model generations, which go from 996 to 997 to 991 to 992. Yes, there were earlier models too, but the Boxster didn't exist prior to the 996, so I'm going to ignore those for now. So we're just talking about the water-cooled Porsche sports cars here. Now, from 1999 to 2004, you had the 996 generation 911. That was the one with the weird headlights. Headlights that were shared with the Boxster, which gives you a clue. During that same period of time, they had the 986 generation Boxster, but the Cayman wasn't a thing yet. Then in 2005, Porsche introduced the 997 generation 911, which was notable because it got rid of the fried egg headlights shared with the Boxster and went back to the traditional 911 front end. At the same time, Porsche released the next generation Boxster called the 987. A year later, in 2006, the Cayman came out and it shared that 987 model number. Are you seeing the pattern here? Next, the 991 generation 911 was released in 2012 at the same time as the 981 generation Boxster and Cayman. And in 2018, the next 911 was released and that was called the 992 generation. This was the first time the years didn't quite match up across the 911 and the Boxster models, but the number sequence was still the same. The 992 generation Boxster was actually released in 2016. Alright, if you haven't quite figured out the formula yet, let's take a closer look. 996, 986, 997, 987, 991, 981, 992, 982. So from what I can tell, the first 9, I guess, is just, I don't know, all Porsches start with a 9. The second number, though, differentiated if it was a 911 or a Boxster/Cayman. 9 for the 911 models and 8 for the Boxster or Cayman models. And the third number indicates the generation or the time period the years produced. Yeah, I know they don't go in order, but they do match across the 911 and the Boxster lines. So there you have it. I can't believe it took me years to notice this pattern. The Boxster generations had always been kind of a mystery to me, but now they are clear as day. But please, do not ask me about BMW model numbers. Those are still incredibly confusing. And if you liked this video, you might enjoy my other video about the genius strategy between the .1 and the .2 generations and why Porsche does this. I'll give you a hint. It's not just a facelift for the car's mid-cycle. Thanks for watching.